But Johnny, let's move into our first topic, and this one's a doozy. This one is a doozy of a topic. Did not expect this to drop when it did, but also we can say here on the Rick and Johnny podcast that both Johnny and myself got tickets. We bought tickets for the fan event for Avengers Infinity War. Duh, that's what we're talking about here. We got the 6 o'clock ticket movie time. We're seeing it an hour earlier. Yes. How it's going to work, though, is a little different. I'm just going to get this out of the way so everyone knows what the movie review is going to be like. Yeah. Because we're seeing it so early, we're not going to have you guys wait until Monday to see what we think about Infinity War. So we're going to see it at 6 o'clock. We're going to come right to the studio that night. That Friday, our review will be up. So it'll probably be up before some of you see the movie. I don't know why. I'm assuming everyone is going to go see it Thursday. Everyone and their mother. Like, everyone. The 31-hour event. Like, you wanted to go to that. I can't. I can't take off work for 2 days straight. I just can't get it okayed by the boss to do that. Otherwise, we'd be seeing 31 straight hours of Marvel movies, then capping that off. Like, that would be the marathon. Yes. Doing the movies, but then doing the podcast review right after. See, that's the thing. We wouldn't just be we'd be reviewing the movie, but also reviewing the experience of being there for 31 hours. We would be talking about that. But what we are doing today is we are going to watch with you guys. So if you haven't seen it, you're going to watch it with us. The trailer, the last trailer for Avengers Infinity War. And then we're basically just going to do the same thing we did last time a trailer for Infinity War came out. We're just going to talk about it. We're just going to give our final things that we're thinking about coming into Avengers Infinity War. So, Johnny, you know how it works. I'm going to take my headphones. We're plugging them into my computer. I'm going to turn my computer off mute, by the way, as well. That's a good idea. We're going to start from 000. Let me know when you are ready. Okay. When you are ready. Rete Frete. I wish your name was Freddy. That would have worked really well if your name was Freddy. Rete Frete. Except for the fact that it wouldn't be the Rick and Johnny podcast then. No, it would. It'd be the Rick and Freddy podcast. Yeah, that doesn't ring nearly as well. Or the Fred and Ricky. Yeah, the Fred and Ricky. Now you're just making no sense. I mean, it's got to have Rick in it. Are you ready? Are you ready to watch this? Well, I need to switch over. Getting his new headset on. Come on. The people are waiting, Johnny. Yeah, for you. Ready? Yep. 3, 2, 1, go. I love that. I love the whole starting upside down, flipping the world on its end. He only ever had one goal. And I love the faint Avengers music too. Right? Oh my God! Showing everyone. He can do it with the snap of his fingers. Just like that. Tell me his name again. Thanos. I got chills. We got one advantage. He's coming to us. Thanos once. So that's what we use.
Let's talk about this plan of yours. I think it's good, except it sucks. So let me do the plan, and that way it might be really good.
Wow. Classic Star-Lord. Yeah. Tony's just like, this asshole.
The end is near.
Stormbreaker. I'm calling it. Aw, baby Gamora. Aw.
Perfectly balanced. As all things should be. I hope they remember you.
Oh, I can't wait, Johnny. I can't wait. It's not soon enough.
I'm Peter, by the way.
Doctor Strange.
Oh, using your made-up names, then I am Spider-Man.
Poor Doctor Strange.
Then I am Spider-Man.
Poor Doctor Strange. No, guys, that's my real name.
Oh, I cannot wait for this movie. There is so much that we need to talk about. Like, part of me doesn't even know where to begin, Johnny. Where do we begin with Avengers Infinity War? And here's where I'm going to start with. I'm going to tease you guys. So I have a revelation of how the movie should end. I'm going to save that for a little bit. That's not where we're going to start. I want to start with actually a tweet that I received on Friday after this trailer went live. And the tweet said that basically the one issue that that they had with it was that Thanos could crush the not the Infinity Gauntlet. They could crush the Tesseract in his hand. However, he goes to just force it onto Captain America, and Captain America catches his glove.
Yeah, but I mean, I get that. But Captain America, I thought you would go with it.
Yeah, so I'm going to have you answer that again.
Yeah.
You didn't mute your computer.
I know. I noticed that.
So what you're going to do is just...
It was going through the headphones.
Yeah, so I just picked up the... So I just said, but he can catch it with his hand, and then you go with it. So you're just going to start with your response.
Yeah, but I think you and I discussed in the car, Captain America is greater than the Tesseract, right?
And that's the logic that I thought of, where he went mano a mano with the Tesseract.
Yeah.
He won. He didn't get sucked into oblivion like Red Skull did. However, Red Skull's probably still alive, still out there.
Out in space.
So by that logic, Captain America greater than Tesseract, Captain America equal to Thanos. Not exactly like that, because Thanos is exactly like, he is going to wreak havoc in this movie. And I think we got a little bit of a taste of what I think it was Kevin Feige who said it, that he said within the first few scenes of the movie, you are going to see how strong and how much of a badass, I'm paraphrasing, how much of a badass Thanos is. And that scene where he's got Thor by the head, I think that's it, because I think it's going to pick up right where Ragnarok left off.
Just the ship right there. Maybe like a minute or two into it.
And here's what I'm thinking. You tell me what you think of this. Kills everybody almost. Kills everybody, because what he wants is on that ship. He wants the time, not the time stone, the reality stone, right? Is that the blue one the Tesseract has?
Tesseract is space.
The space. The reality is the ether.
Yes.
Okay. I always get which gems they are.
That's why you got me.
But the Tesseract, the blue gem, basically, that I think actually, scratch that. It's not going to start off exactly with that. It's going to start off with him taking the power gem and killing the Nova Corps. So that's scene 1 to show his power. Scene 2 is he's going to kill all the Asgardians, have Thor by the head, and what I think will happen is Loki will be like, hey, I got what you want. I will give you what you want if you spare Thor's life. And I will be yours and like your slave kind of a thing.
I agree with that part, except I would flip them, because then he has that space stone open.
But he has the when he puts the blue gem in, he already has the purple one.
So yeah, no, he has to get that one first. Huh.
The thing I don't want them to do is don't take away the not satisfaction. It's not even a word. Satisfaction. That's what I'm looking for. But satisfaction just sounded so much better in my mind. Don't take away the satisfaction for me of him taking the Power Stone. Yeah. I want to see him.
No, I completely agree. So that's why I retracted what I said.
I get it. I don't want to see the Nova Corps die, but part of me would be amazed if we just saw Thanos obliterate the Nova Corps to get that power.
Just whoever's
stone.
In his way there.
Yeah, you are no match for me. I am going to take you out. Don't take that from me, Marvel. I want to see that.
I really hope we get to see that. As for, go ahead.
I was going to say, what else from the trailer are you thinking about?
Honestly, the thing that keeps coming back to mind is Cap with holding this figure. And I get it. People are saying, well, he was able to crush the Tesseract. Yeah, but Cap we don't know how hard the Tesseract is to actually crush, like what pound. I'm going to go scientific.
It could be very fragile.
The PSI of him being able to crush it, we don't know.
Yeah.
But then maybe Cap could push out more PSI than the Tesseract itself. And then again, you get to a scene right next to it where the
Tesseract don't have no super serum, super soldier serum.
Exactly.
If I can get that out of my mouth. The triple S.
Tongue twister
super
for Ricky.
Soldier serum.
So I mean, he's got him by the pinky and the
index
finger. He's pushing back, and Thanos is actually just looking at him.
I think a little bit of it is going to be like, oh, that's cute. You think you can go one-on-one with me?
Yeah.
Boom.
Well, I mean, the next scene, Cap is actually you can see his mouth open. He's yelling.
Yeah.
To hold it up.
Because it's not easy for him to do that.
No.
Yes, he can do it, but it doesn't seem like
this is
no
a man
easy
that can
chore.
lift a motorcycle easily above his head with a person on it.
Yes, but it's also not easy for him to stop Thanos' attack. The thing that...
Correction, I got a better one than that. He's able to pull a helicopter towards himself.
Yeah, that scene with he's like
the
this.
arm... No, the flex. First he's like this, and then the arm flip to pull it in.
But the flex of the arm while he's doing that, love that. That was Winter Soldier, right? Was that Winter
Civil
Soldier?
War.
Yeah, okay. I was thinking it was either Winter Soldier or Civil War.
It was Civil War, though.
And one of the things that also early on in the trailer...
Yeah.
I think we have a little misdirection going on to where they chop it up to where it seems like Gamora is talking to Tony.
Yeah.
Where she says it and he goes, say his name one more time. And then she says Thanos. I think that is them editing that up because when you look at just look at the stills. When you look at where Gamora is, it looks like she's on the ship. You look at Tony, he's in Doctor Strange's sanctum.
Yeah.
So he's talking to Doctor Strange about Thanos because I think Strange kind of knows about this stuff before.
Somewhat, yeah. I think she's talking to Thor.
Yes,
when
Thor
they pick
and the
him
Guardians.
up.
Yeah.
So I think that's what's going on. She's talking to Thor, and it's just kind of almost like a coincidence.
Because, man, that's weird.
Because it does look more like the sanctum behind it.
That's weird. Through Ragnarok and Guardians, the last Guardians we saw, we basically know how Thor's first meeting with Thanos, we know how it starts, and we know what it ends. We don't know what happens in that middle. So what happens from him looking out, seeing Thanos' ship, to him just smack right onto the Milano for the Guardians of the Galaxy?
Something pretty bad, apparently.
Like that, too, where he is just flying and just smacks right into that windshield. Also, Tony's suit in this.
Yes.
You were mentioning, the first time you saw it, you mentioned, and you were right. I think you're right on the head with it. It's nanotechnology at this point.
We finally got the Tony nanotech suit.
How he's flying, and then it just reconfigures what
into the giant booster. I don't know if you saw the. I showed you.
Do you think he's going to get the hand? They're going to do the hand cannon?
That'd be kind of cool.
Where he just makes it form and.
If they want to, they can because again, it's nanotechnology.
Yeah.
They can do that with the suit to get a better boost.
Yeah,
he can do that with the basically arc reactor.
Yeah,
or not arc reactor, the repulsor ray.
Yeah.
Now, what I was gonna bring up too in the entertainment, I think it's Entertainment Weekly. I showed you. And
you sent me a picture. You want to collect them all.
I do.
You want a Pokemon,
but
you got to catch them all.
That's a lot of money for me to expend at this point in time.
Or you just find a lot of people that have Entertainment Weeklies that don't want to do it.
I know that many people.
Or you just go to Jewels. Don't they sell magazines at
that's
Jewel
where I got.
stuff?
That's where I got 2 of them already.
Yeah, you just go around to Jewels and Civises and Walgreens.
Civises.
Yeah, Civises.
Well, I mean, at $5 a piece, $6 a piece though.
It could be cheaper than eBay. eBay, they could be like 20.
I told you they were 25.
Oh, were they?
Yeah.
Okay.
I looked at. My mom looked it up.
It's either $5 or 5 times the price.
Yeah, exactly. People bought them and selling individual ones for $25.
But what was inside this Entertainment Weekly?
If you look at the Iron Man one, it's really cool. The cover. It's almost got that Iron Spider-esque thing coming off of his back.
Okay.
Yeah. So again, another.
You're talking about the Tony Stark. It's got the wings on the back.
Yeah, it's got 4 little winged-looking things on there, which I thought was really cool too. It's reconfiguring because it's the same thing. Actually, again, I was exploring, and the pop figurine has the same thing on it.
has the wings.
Yes.
So you think we're going to see the wings in this movie?
I would think so. Something along. I don't know what they are exactly. They could be wing. I don't know if they're wings exactly.
What do you think of Tony's plan? Because we get two things, and I wonder if this is a little foreshadowing.
Yeah.
Where we hear Tony's voice say, "Oh, we have what he wants," and then you see the time gem, where it's basically he wants the Infinity Stones. We have what he wants. Let him come to us. So it looks like they're going to bring Vision to Wakanda so that two things. One, to protect him so that everyone's there. The shields can go up. The thing from the last trailer where Black Panther goes, raise all defenses and get this man a shield.
Yep.
And then you see the actual shield for Wakanda and the Thanos army just running right into that shield. Do you think there's a little foreshadowing with the Tony plan of let them come to us? And then we immediately see Star-Lord, yeah, you know, that's a good plan, but it sucks. Let me come up with the plan. It'll be better, and then we'll be able to win. I know that that's going to be comedic relief. That's going to probably be a different scene. But in this trailer, is that Marvel saying, hey, you know what? You guys probably know what's going to happen because, let's be honest, Thanos is probably going to get all the Infinity Gems at the end, or the Infinity Stones at the end of this film. Is that foreshadowing towards like, you know what, you know it, so we're going to just foreshadow that this Tony plan ain't going to work and Vision is going to either die or Shuri has to come up with a way to keep him alive without the Mind Stone.
Yeah. Something along the lines of that. But I wanted to bring something up to you because you said that he's going to get all the stones.
I think so.
Here's one issue I have with it. A, we don't know where the Soul Stone is.
We will in this movie.
I would hope so. We'd find out where it is. But B, if supposedly, and again, I don't think this is 100% at this time, you and I had a discussion where if Avengers Infinity Wars 2, as I'm what I'm going to call it right now, is...
Or Avengers 4.
Avengers 4.
I think that's the title right now, Avengers 4.
Avengers 4, okay. Well, Avengers 4 is supposed to be time travel. So he can't have the Time Infinity Stone if they're going to time travel. The only way they have to do that right now is Doctor Strange's...
Is it time travel?
Agamotto.
I don't think... And see, thank you. Because remember that tease I did at the beginning?
Yes.
Let's bring that in.
Yes.
It's not time travel. Don't think of it as that.
Okay.
This is what's going to happen. I'm painting a picture for the viewers out there. Because, Johnny, I have done this with you. I don't know how you exactly feel about it. I'll ask you after I'm done saying it, but I need to say it for them because they need to hear it too.
Go for it.
For the viewers and the listeners out there. So here is my working of how I want Avengers Infinity War to end. I want it to end where Thanos gets all the gems. He's got all of them, even the Soul Gem. We find out where it is. He gets it. Let's say the Soul Gem's in Wakanda because that's what we all think. We all think it's in Wakanda. So he gets all the gems, or it could be, hey, you didn't know this. I already had it.
True.
I had it, and I needed all the other gems to activate it.
True.
And now I can just plop it right in there. Because I'm assuming the Soul Gem's going to be the big gem.
I'm not totally sure.
It's going to be the big one right on the back of the hand, where we have the...
No, I was about to look it up, and then I realized they did change
the big gem.
I was going to look it up, but I know they changed the colorations of each.
It's not the same as
gem
the comics.
as the comics, so
however,
that's not going to help me do that.
I want it to be, and this is for a graphic conversation, which we're actually. It's weird because we were going to come out with that first episode a week before Avengers because we're reading Infinity Gauntlet, which you're going to be on that episode.
Yes, I will.
Of a graphic conversation. However, because they moved it up, it's coming out the Friday that Avengers comes out, which still works, and we're still just going to keep the schedule as is for that. But at the end of Infinity Gauntlet, the comic, if you're going to read it with us, spoiler alert, like jump ahead maybe, I don't know how much. Like, I'll give you a thumbs up on YouTube.
When you're done.
When I'm done. I'm sorry,
Spoiling
my audio
shit.
listeners. You'll just have to jump ahead and hope I don't spoil anything. But if you don't want Infinity Gauntlet spoiled, go ahead and keep listening. At the end of the first issue, it ends where Thanos gets the gems, and then you just see snap. And when he snaps, reality changes. It changes it just with the snap of a finger. They have foreshadowed it in this trailer when Gamora says he can, once he gets all of them, he could change the world with a snap. And she snaps, and the snap sound it sounds exactly like it reads in Infinity Gauntlet. So how I want the movie to end, we get to Infinity War, the Avengers are, it seems, defeated, Johnny. Defeated. We might even have a death at this point to where we're going, holy shit, he died. I'm not even over that yet. But Thanos gets all the stones, and then you just see a shot of just the gauntlet, and you just hear, and right as he snaps, cuts to black. And then after that, you get credits, and you get no after credit scene. And it's not a time travel. It's almost like time travel, because what they are doing is when he snaps, the world as we know it changes. So then in Avengers 4 is them, hey, we got to get the time stone back, because then we got to travel back in time to redo everything. That's my painting a picture. I'm done.
Yeah,
I have painted my picture.
You forgot the thumbs up.
What do you think? Oh,
there you go.
Up. I should have said that a lot. I should have thumbs up a lot
sooner,
earlier.
But at least
go back about 20 seconds if you saw the thumbs up, because I
part of the
forgot
theory.
to, and I wanted you guys to hear the end. But basically, the snap, everything goes to black right on the snap, and then no post-credit scene. Because I feel like if you do it like that, I want that moment to linger.
Yes.
I want it to linger to where nothing takes away from it. I want to feel that emptiness going into the next Avengers movie.
I'm going to say Ricky is one of those people that wants to watch the world burn.
I do. I kind of do. Because think of, like, I want my, like, if this movie's going to be as great as we want it to, I want my emotions moved. I want this movie to take a chance like that. Push me out of my comfort zone, Marvel. You make great movies, but let's be honest. You've been in a comfort zone. You've been in kind of like your little lane, and you've just been chugging along. Do something that is going to make me question, not like your movie, but make me question what is going to happen in Avengers 4. This, to me, could be like the Empire Strikes Back of the Avengers movies, where the heroes are down. We don't even know if they're going to survive. And then we have to wait a year to find out, because the next two movies are back in time.
Yes. I don't know.
You're not happy with it.
I'm not happy with that. Yeah, no, I'm not. Because I told you told me about that and said I would be a a shell of a man for a year.
But that's what you want.
Not
that is what you want.
No, it is not what I want.
You don't think you want it, but you do. Like, you want to be. This movie has to move you emotionally.
Oh, I know.
Like, it has to be what we want it to be. It has to move you emotionally. And for me, that would be the ultimate just, you know what? We are going all in on this, and we are going to move you with the best emotions that we can.
The only thing I still have to say, just for because our how the Marvel timelines work is not quite like that, like you described. Okay. I would say Thanos would have to have everything except the time stone, because he changes reality. Then I mean, they have to have some way to kind of rewind, because if Thanos changes reality.
Yeah,
he can do. There's a cartoon episode I've seen where he makes them all villains. No, someone else did that, but it wasn't Thanos. They made all the Avengers villains. Mm-hmm. Shit like that. He changes reality, so he can go as far as Cap never got the super soldier serum. Mm-hmm. Tony, I don't know. Parents
basically
never died
because of the time stone plus the reality stone.
Yes,
because he's changing reality.
Yes, he can change all of reality at any point in time. But if he doesn't have the time stone, he's changed that reality right there. But so he could go back, make Doctor Strange's accident never happened, so he's still just a surgeon, et cetera, et cetera. Yeah. Peter Parker never got his powers, all those things. He can make all that happen. He can make here's another one just to get the
Quicksilver never die.
Yeah. Guardians, Peter never leaves Earth.
Or Peter's never born.
Yeah, he can go as far as doing that. Thanos likes to play with his food, though.
He does.
So he's not going to go that far. So I think they're going to need the time stone to fix everything. So, I mean, you have to... It's going to be maybe him has majority of the stones. And, I mean, I guess you can go all the stones, but then that kind of makes it hard to make the next one a time travel.
I don't exactly know how they would do it.
Yeah.
But my working blueprint would be changes reality. All right, now the Avengers have to find out in this new reality, they need to find out how to get, because you've got to break up the Infinity Gauntlet.
Yeah.
And I feel like at the end of this movie, this movie in my mind needs to end with the villain on top. Not like on top for good, but like on top to where you are looking at it as a viewer going, like, if I'm not asking the question, can the Avengers fix this in the next Avengers film, then you didn't do Infinity War right. I need to question whether or not this hero team will survive in the next movie. That's what I need following Infinity War.
See that I'm gonna do a little tweak on yours then. I'll give you the snap. I would say
it's gotta be there. You can't not do that. It's so iconic.
I know, but here's what I'm gonna say. So the snap, but I would do Thanos's just Thanos altogether, not just the gauntlet.
See, I would go straight from the comic, just like
only because you're gonna want to see Thanos do that. And that was actually a really nice snap.
That was a good snap.
Thank you.
Like that could work. I was going basically off of just the gauntlet.
Yeah.
Because that's the iconic panel.
I know, but what I'm saying is as a movie,
and
I
like
think
see his face as he does it.
That smirk on his face that I won.
As he just boom, snaps and then cut to black.
Yeah, but I think
right on the snap.
I think the one thing I can fix now in my head before that is it's less of him changing reality, possibly more of a this. I don't know what the snap would be all about. Maybe he is doing something to act. Maybe that's to activate the full force of the gauntlet. But like maybe he leaves. He's like leaving and like getting ready to leave with the complete and utter destruction of the Avengers and team Guardians. Just leaving everything in the complete disarray he did. Basically, I've won. Snap, activate, and then cut to black. But I also can't agree with no after credit scene only because something's going to be... We always introduce something in an after credit scene. Like having... What's her name coming up? Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
So I can't completely agree with you only because, like I said, that's how Marvel introduces people, the next things, or whoever's coming out next. And maybe they won't. That would leave the feeling linger. But normally that's how they like say, like, not verbally say, but they say kind of like who's coming in next and how it ties into the universe.
Right now I am looking at I want to just get to... Because the thing that's different in the comics is, like, in the comics, he's trying to impress Lady Death.
Yeah.
Basically, he's trying to win Death over.
Yes.
And try to impress her. Okay, here it is. Slide 11. So, how the slide exactly is, okay, you got 3 panels.
Okay.
The first panel is you see Thanos raise his hand like this, but you see his head look... his hand in the air. The second one is just the gauntlet, like fingers ready to snap. And then the next one is black and white. Gems look like they're activated, and you just see snap. Basically, he snapped. And let's see, right here. Spider-Man overhead. I'm trying to see. The Avengers headquarters stands helplessly as to watch Avengers Hawkeye and Cersei disappear. So, okay. Thanos' glove hand snaps a white flash. In New York, Spider-Man swings overhead when he experiences what feels like a wave of vertigo. He stops above Times Square and looks down, only to see a tightly packed crowd become decimated and halved in the blink of an eye. At Avengers headquarters, Captain America can only stand by helplessly and watch as Avengers Hawkeye and Cersei disappear. Blink, gone. The phenomena happens across the world and is indiscriminate in its choosing. Babies disappear. People across the world go poof with a blink. Even half of all animal life on the planet has mysteriously vanished. In the Sanctum Sanctorum, Wong is the next to disappear. They're all dying, Silver Surfer cries. Billions upon billions of souls are blinking out of existence. Strange is confused. So really, it's just people are vanishing. Like, I snapped. The reality is changing to what I want.
Yes.
What if this is the case? You know how we said somebody is going to die?
Yeah.
What if, give me this, what if, and I know not all of this will happen because I think Tony Stark and Cap have movie contracts for Avengers 4.
Yeah.
What if, though, this would be to me a bigger kick in the balls? What would you rather see? Iron Man die, literally blood on the face, dead, or blink, he's gone, and then when they reverse time, everything seems normal, but Tony's not there. They went back to a reality, and I'm using Iron Man as an example because we talked about he could be one of the ones to die. But it snaps to a reality, like back to a reality where, where's Tony? Oh, we went back to a reality where Tony never existed.
It'd be kind of like a kick in the teeth.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, it probably hit just as hard, if not harder. Because now we have to, like, it's almost like, because in that sense, like, we came, the first one, let's go with the first one.
Mm-hmm.
We came to a conclusion of what happened to Tony. He got killed in the Infinity Wars. In the other one, it's like, what the hell has been going on the last 10 years of my life?
Mm-hmm.
As an audience member, think about it. Who has been the staple person, the one that started it all?
Tony.
Let's say we're going with this idea that it happens to Tony. He's the one that it happens to.
Mm-hmm.
The last 10 years all started off of him. Have kind of been, I don't want to say based around him, but he's been in a lot of movies.
He's the Ted Mosby of the MCU.
Yes. Imagine if after 10 years,
mm-hmm.
he's just gone.
Yep.
Oh, he never existed. Wait, what?
Mm-hmm. We are wiping him from existence.
Yeah. Just how would you feel about that as an audience member?
I think that would be just as bad as him dying, if not worse.
Yeah. I feel like I would have been kicked in the teeth or
mm-hmm.
something.
And the thing that I love is I'm reading this what I just read from comicbook.com.
Yeah.
And I love what they say at the end of this article. It remains to be seen if Gamora's snap, they're talking about in the trailer,
mm-hmm.
will prove to be a prophetic, basically a prophecy.
Yeah.
Foreshadowing, forcing the heroes of the shared MCU to live up to their name and avenge. That's why I think with my thing, Avengers 4 is basically snap, everything changes. Okay. We got to change this. We got to avenge our fallen friends.
Mm-hmm.
Our friends that are just... Could you imagine the snap? Not even a blink black. Just snap. And then all of a sudden, just Avengers start disappearing.
Mm-hmm. And, like, take some from the comics. Like,
mm-hmm.
Wong is standing right next to Strange.
And Wong disappears. Like, blink of an eye, you're gone.
I would have it almost in a sense of a slightly violent disappearance too, not just poof, he's gone.
See,
like this, have you ever seen some of those movies where like they static in and out of because they're like,
they're between two dimensions.
They're between dimensions. They're like distorting out of time.
Yeah,
it'd be one of those and then gone.
What I would do, I'm doubling back to my original one.
Yeah,
I would have Avengers Infinity War end with a snap and cut to black. I would start Avengers 4 with that. Right where we left off, the snap has just happened. Like, the Marvel movie starts for Avengers 4.
Mm-hmm.
After the title scene, it's just a black screen, and you hear it again. Just to bring you back. And then when it comes to light, it is exactly where we left off, and then you see what is happening. Let us wait a year to see what happens.
Well, don't expect a lot of me out of the podcast for that year then.
Just, oh, you almost had it. What is that? Is that Geico? Is that the
State
commercial?
Farm, I think.
State Farm. Oh, you almost had it.
Gotta be quicker than that.
Gotta be quicker than that. Give me that. let me wait a year. Let me wait to see what happens. Let us talk about it
Yeah.
for a year before we see what happens. Anything else from this trailer? I know Spider-Man we haven't really touched. It's interesting to see. We see him early on, puts on his old mask, skids across the water.
That was cool.
Then later we see him with the iron suit. We know he's going to get the Iron Spider suit. It's just how does he get it?
Yeah.
How does he get it? It looks like to me that Thor, when he was the lightning, that's him getting his axe. I believe it's an axe for the movie is what they're going
It's
with.
like, yeah, I believe it's Stormbreaker, but wow, that was oddly
That's fairly in sync. I was just gonna ignore it and just let it go, but
nope, you can't do that.
we merged into one person there.
It was even the same tonality.
Yeah,
It's kind of creepy.
It was very in the same tonality.
Stormbreaker's a little bit different because Thor does actually have a magical axe in some of the comics.
Yeah.
And this is the ones where he's no longer worthy of Mjolnir. Wow, why couldn't I say? That's your
But
problem.
this
usually.
one's Meow Meow is dead.
Yeah, Meow Meow is dead.
Meow Meow got destroyed.
And he's gonna make Stormbreaker.
Kibbles and Bits got destroyed. It is now Kibbles and Bits.
Yeah, now it is Kibbles and Bits. But he makes Stormbreaker, which is it's like an axe on one side and a hammer on the other. If no one knows what Stormbreaker looks like, or look it up.
I had to look it up because with Thor, I wasn't a super expert
Obviously,
with Thor.
someone here just knows.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what happens with everybody in this movie.
Yes.
Especially with, because here's one thing I want to ask you, and I think I got this from a YouTube video I watched about the Avengers thing. We were thinking at the end of the first trailer that Nebula was going to be the key to defeating Thanos. But because of the scene we saw with him either capturing or enslaving Gamora's home planet with the Chitauri, and him putting out his hand and her little finger not even wrapping around his pinky finger, is that showing us that we were wrong? Is Gamora the key to defeating Thanos?
Maybe.
Or Thanos. Thanos,
but I whatever. I mean, that could be that she's going to be a detrimental part.
Do you think she will? That's what I'm asking. Do you think that this is showing that she is going to be...
Well, she knows the most about him, so she's the one that's going to be able to tell you, like, what needs to be done in order to get to him or to at least be able to enable him.
Yeah.
Stop him from being able to do everything he's doing. What I would say is she's going to be the detrimental part, but I mean, obviously you're going to need the whole team. She's at least informationally the most important right now.
So she's the missing piece is what you're saying. She's the key piece, but the team still needs to be a team.
Yeah. It's sort of. I don't know exactly like that. Because, I mean, the comics, as you probably know, Adam Warlock's the one that's supposed to help with defeat him.
Yeah.
So... I mean, who knows how they're going to play it off? Because we
do know
we have Adam.
Here's what I'm going to ask.
But we don't have Adam.
Here's what I'm going to ask, though.
Yeah.
And this is, congratulations, you're now Kevin Feige.
No.
Snap of the fingers. You're now Kevin Feige. In this
you don't have a
universe.
reality stone.
Now I do. Thing I want to ask you.
Okay.
You are now Kevin Feige. Do you have it that in Infinity War... Not Infinity War, Avengers 4. In Avengers 4, who's the one that you would, if you had to pick between one of the two, who's the one that comes to be the trump card for the Avengers? Captain Marvel, like we've said before, or Adam Warlock?
I'm going to go with Captain Marvel because we're going to have a movie with her.
So you're going to save Adam Warlock for the cosmic universe?
I would, that only because there's a few things. We have him in a cocoon, sort of, but I mean... That's the thing. I forgot what race they were from the Guardians too. I forgot what the race they were called. But she's making him. So she's making him to go after the Guardians.
Yeah.
Adam Warlock's supposed to be, I don't know how many millennia or years or whatever old, but he cocoons and then he comes back. That's so. Are we really? Maybe that was just a toss and like a hint at or an Easter egg. That's what I was thinking of the word. An Easter egg towards Adam Warlock. Hey, guys. Or is he... I don't know if he's going to actually be part of the universe.
I think he will. I think they're gonna save him for the cosmic universe.
Possibly.
But one thing that I didn't bring up that I want to before we start to wrap this up.
Yes.
Because just like the last one, this is probably going to be split up into two parts on this one, like we did the last time we talked about an Infinity War trailer. You know what scene from this trailer sticks with me still? The scene of Ebony Maw, where, yes, there's a shot in the comics where it's Doctor Strange, like, sitting Indian style, and he's got the
discs.
The discs going.
Just go with that.
And then you see Ebony Maw, like, wrapped around him.
Yeah, I saw that photo.
Like, there's that, but then we see this where Ebony Maw basically has these glass needles almost piercing the skin of Doctor Strange.
Yeah, it's like what the ones he was fighting in, like, I forgot his name, but the villain from that one, where he makes that almost invisible thing, and he's trying, like, Doctor Strange actually gets stabbed with it.
Or
now this one's like has a bunch of them.
Or is this Ebony Maw saying, "Hey, you know what? You were in a car accident, shattered glass. I'm going to try to create something that is almost like shattered glass to play with that side of it."
True, because you know what?
Because I want to fuck with your head while I do it.
That's what he's less about, like, magic, like Doctor Strange's, and more about, like, messing with the mind.
So, like, I am going to find your, not deepest fear, but your most traumatic experience and make you relive it in the most horrifying way possible.
Yeah, so, like, that's the one thing. Maybe he's just, well, you could be right. Maybe he's taking shattered glass as an idea and just, like, slowly. And the one thing that's creepy, and I don't know if it's the same scene, though. I think that's the same character. It is, actually. You see the Doctor Strange with all the things sticking into him, like, in pain. You can see him screaming in pain. And he goes,
yeah. He just does one of these.
Damn.
Because Ebony Maw, I think, is going to be the one that is him taking the time stone.
Yeah, that might be.
Because Ebony Maw is going to take the time stone. The one that's interesting is when, I think it's Proxima Midnight. She's the one with the spear.
I think so.
When they throw the spear, Cap catches it, which, first off, impressive to catch it crossbody.
Yeah.
Not just catch it with this hand, crossbody catch it. The thing that I've heard about that spear, though, in the comics is that it's got kind of like what am I thinking? What do I want to compare it to? It's got kind of like it can absorb not energy, like force. So, like, I can't even remember what movie or what comic book hero it was, where basically if I throw it and you catch it, all of that energy that it had going to you, if I then throw it back at you, it's double the energy because it kind of like absorbs that force, kind of a thing.
It absorbs kinetic energy.
That's what I'm trying to go with.
You're thinking sort of like
is it an X-Men character that does
it
that?
Is. Bishop can take laser blasts and other stuff and actually
that's what I'm thinking.
Power it back. Okay. He can only channel it through a gun from what I've seen. Sort of. There's another character from X-Men First Class that does the same thing, Kevin Bacon.
Then that's what I'm thinking of.
His one, actually, any kinetic energy, someone threw a grenade at him, he just...
That's right. He absorbs it and then...
Yeah, throws it right back at everyone else. So, yeah, there's technically two X-Men characters, I guess you can think of.
I believe that Proxima Midnight...
I'll have to look into that because I don't remember.
Or it could be Corvus Glaive. No, I don't think it's Corvus
I don't think it's Corvus Glaive.
Proxima Midnight.
I think it's Proxima
with
Midnight.
Their thing
I'll have to double check into that, but
it can absorb kinetic energy. That's
which
what I
is
was
cool.
trying to say.
Cool. I mean, that against Vibranium, that's an interesting matchup then.
And it's in Wakanda where we see it. So I mean,
that'll be interesting to see.
What about the Hulk?
No, we got really nothing on the Hulk on this one. Other than he's...
we got him looking up.
We got Bruce Banner looking up.
Yeah. And we've seen the Hulk running behind everyone as they're running through the Wakanda.
So that's the question now. My guess now is that... So, spoilers if you for some odd reason haven't seen Thor Ragnarok yet. But Thor, at the very end, Bruce Banner is Bruce Banner. Until the very end where he goes, you know what? Basically, thought in his head, I have to turn into the Hulk to help everyone. Because
he doesn't want to turn into
He doesn't want to, because he doesn't want to get stuck as the Hulk, as he stated. Which was hilarious, because
he got
slap on the floor.
Because he got stuck as the Hulk in Ragnarok,
for like a few years.
Yeah.
Like 2 years, I think it was. And then when he changed back to Banner, he's like, I don't want to turn to the Hulk. I don't want him taking over. But it was hilarious. Again, it was hilarious because he just dives from the ship and face plants on the bridge as Bruce, and then turns into the Hulk. But That's the thing. And my guess is that he got over that I don't want to turn into the Hulk thing. Because of that, it's like maybe like it's kind of the channeling of, hey, Hulk, we have to work together.
Yeah.
Starting to share the mind a little bit. Communicating with each other a hair now.
Yeah.
So my guess is like some people are going, well, and I think you even brought up, well, maybe Banner's inside the Hulkbuster. My guess that's Shuri. Shuri. Okay, I was close.
She's basically doing what she did with the ships.
With the cars and stuff.
Yeah.
And all
Puts the little thing on like the back of the head and she can control it.
Exactly. That's what I'm thinking is going on with that. Because, I mean, any firepower you can have.
Or it could be Banner in there just as Banner. Like, hey, how do I help? Here, put the Hulkbuster on because it's the closest thing we have to you being the Hulk without being the Hulk.
Yeah.
And then it's basically like, nope, fuck this. I got to be the Hulk.
Maybe.
Like, screw it. I got to be the Hulk.
Maybe.
Or he gets demolished and it crashes open. Well, I either die or I Hulk out.
Well, no, yeah. Actually, now that you mentioned that, maybe he is inside there at first
as Banner.
And then the scene where like they all overtake the Hulkbuster. Could you imagine, like, he's realizing, oh, shit, this thing's going to get ripped apart.
Just, boom, hulks out.
Boom, you just see them all fly everywhere.
Or just, boom, he just jumps into the air and then, bam, lands down.
The thing would be just, like, the whole suit would explode when he expanded into the Hulk. And you see all those things fly everywhere. Like, there was toys over a
firecracker.
Yeah.
Like an M80.
Yeah, a little M80 with a bunch of toys over it. Boom. This is what you would see. I think that'd be sick to see.
I think that might happen. But any final thought before we kick it over to them?
No, I'm super excited to see it. It's not close enough.
This is where you guys come in, though. Let us know what you guys think down below in the comment section. What did you think about the trailer? What are your thoughts about Infinity War? What are your predictions for what is going to happen? Both Johnny and I, yet again, will be seeing it the Thursday, the 26th. We will get you that review. It will be up on the channel that next Friday, the 27th, so that you guys can then watch the movie and then watch the review right away. But I cannot wait for it. Let us know what you guys think down below in that comment section.